There's no really rhyme or rhythm to this video, but there is a reason. And the reason is that I am going to be repotting this plant. Well, I'm not going to be repotting it, I'm just going to be putting some new soil in it, because the soil that's in it right now is just no bueno, and we need to show her some love and care. So we're going to be repotting her with some of this lovely potting mix. And I also got some really cool water globes from Walmart today that I'm going to put in my plants to help ensure that they are receiving the proper moisture.
Almost made you love me, almost made you cry, almost made you happy, babe. Didn't I? You almost had me thinking you were turned around.
I'm sure some of you could really care less when it comes to watching me repot a plant, but for those of you that do care, that is why I'm recording right now. The reason why I have plants, I was telling a friend of mine this story, which is a story about why I have so many plants, or why I'm a plant person. You know, I know it's trendy right now to have plants. Everyone on Instagram and Twitter has plants, and of course they add like a nice aesthetic to your apartment, but for some people, you know, there is a little bit of a, there's more reason than just that to have them. And I am one of those people. Some years ago when I was in college, I got into this really big argument with a family member. Let's just say that. And I remember I was crying, I was really upset, and I called my grandmother, and she told me to come to her house, like grandmothers do, so that she could just encourage me and help me feel better. And so I did. I remember I sped out there. I was frantically speeding, I was crying. I just needed to be around someone. And I got to her house, and she asked me what was wrong, and I told her what happened. And I also opened up to her about how at that time in college I had been feeling very alone, and just consumed by solitude rather than embraced by solitude. And she reminded me that I was never alone, no matter where I was in the world, because she would always be there for me. But also she reminded me that there are living things all around us, and she began to refer to the plants that she had in her home, which up until that point I hadn't realized, but those are plants that had been there for a very long time. She had those same plants when I was a little boy, and this conversation was taking place when I was in college. And so she instructed me to take one of the plants and take it back with me and put it in my dorm room so that I would be reminded of how I'm not alone and how there's life around me and there are living things around me. And she also mentioned how the plant would give me something to kind of, I guess, like tend to and like, you know, take care of, like a presence in the room, you know, like something to I don't know, to watch over, to make sure, something to watch over, something to, I don't know, make sure it's okay. And sure enough, I like babied that plant. I spent so much time just watering that plant, pruning that plant. This one needs to be pruned too, now that I'm looking at it. But she was right. There's a little spider in here, but he's probably helping the plant, so I'll let him stay. But she was right. She was right. I actually got to the point where I would write little sticky notes and stick them on the plant. Just encouraging messages to remind myself of the conversation we had. And so on the other side of that now, I have these plants because they do give me something to tend to and look after, but they also remind me that there's life all around me. And they also look really nice too. So that's a plus. But I have repotted this plant, oh no. Sorry. I have resoiled this plant. And so now I can put it back. I'm really excited because you guys, I bought some water globes from Walmart. I feel like I'm such an old lady, the fact that I'm so excited talking about this, but I really am excited, so I want to show you. Can you see it? Isn't it so pretty? I bought one for this plant, and I also bought one for like my larger plant. I'm gonna put one in both. I really should have bought like 3 of them because I have several large plants, but I hate that the roots are kind of exposed now. I don't know. I guess that's how it works. Seems pretty simple, right? Now we wait.
Can't keep on loving you, loving